What's up, you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, we are taking a look at AMD stock, guys. So, what's been going on with AMD today? We have a green body, but is this enough strength to turn it around back to the upside, or is AMD gonna go down to $150 or even lower to 200 days moving average? We'll talk about all of that in this video. Or wait, or can this thing go back above and test the range where it was tapped out at 227? Is that the possibility? We'll talk about all of that in this video. And most importantly, for any type of plays that you are looking at for either intraday long or swing, we will talk about all of that as well in this video. With that, please hit the like and subscribe. And also please note, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes. You are solely responsible for your own financial decisions and outcomes. I'm not here to take any guarantee, and I play no role and no part in what decisions you make in the market, okay? Or whatever you do, it's your business, okay? So now what we have been talking about on AMD is that it's in the bears camp. I have done a lot of videos by now on AMD that I have drawn the confluences as why bears are ahead of the bulls. So we are below trend line. We were holding a really good support on this trend line for quite some time, right? I can go back in the past, right? And then we finally broke this trend line. Now, once we broke that, we started to use this as an overhead resistance, and also with that, together with 20 days moving average as an overhead resistance. Then Nvidia finally gave up at the 50 days moving average, multiple tests. It tried its best, you know. We have to give bulls the full credit over here that they did their best, guys, okay? However, technicals still won, and it kept rejecting those areas, and we had a massive flush. Now, after that, AMD, just like other stocks, have been trying to recapture, which is having a bit of a bounce after that fall. And however, AMD is still very weak. Now, what I have been saying is that as long as AMD is not going above 174, it is not changing the structure and it's not bullish. Now, here's the thing though, even if at this point, just looking at how strongly this 20 days moving average is coming lower and how 50 days moving average has started to curve, breaking $174 level is not going to give much. It might fake out, in my opinion, and it has still a lot of room to reject at 20 days moving average and 50 days moving average. Right now, the only way bulls can take it back in control, if at 174 they can take it up above 174, right, and hold here as a support for a couple of days, because that what will allow this thing to do is finally get out of above this 20 and 50 days moving average. But until then, there is no hope for the bulls here. We have been talking that, now let's go to the hourly interval. We have been talking that these rebounds after these flushes are expected. We talked about it. We did get those bounces, and we are still rejecting underneath of 174, and we are even forming a lower high now in this rebound. So today also we tried to have a rebound, but we failed, right? So now, yes, AMD is, as I'm saying, it's not bullish. Intraday now, like my bot has been giving intraday plays on the long side anyways, right? They are profitable as well. If you have access to my bots, you already know that we got profitable position here as well yesterday or Friday, and today as well, profitable position. But on the swing side or in the long-term direction, AMD is still looking weak and is, in my opinion, has more room to go to the downside. Now, what are the levels to watch for tomorrow intraday plays, right? Junior trader, can this become bullish? Or is it going to stay bearish? Well, for bullish, or at least until, even let's say if it want to test 174 or even want to try to break above 174, the intraday trade is above 171 and 25 cents. Okay, that's where the play is. So that's where it might go up. Now, However, if we break below 168 and 55 cents and go lower, right, that's where we will come down again tomorrow to 165. So that's the level to the downside. If we lose 168 and 65 cents, we will come down to 165 and 50 cents. So AMD is not fully, well, when I say not fully, I mean, it is bearish already. And even if any upside comes, it's to become bullish, guys. 174 and above is where AMD will need to spend a lot of time to show that support. Okay, it has to regain that structure. Otherwise, yeah, 165 eventually. And there's a likelihood that if we tomorrow lose 165 or even tests it, and then in coming days we start losing 165, come down to 162, then $150 is a possibility by the end of this week. So by Friday, $150, yep, is the possibility on AMD. It's all about how quickly we lose these levels. And if structure shifts and changes, then 174 is the confirmation to the upside, right? And accordingly, you would have your stop loss based off of these levels, right? Have a stop loss on the other side or wherever you're taking the position, right? And accordingly, sentiment will shift. If it gets above 174, sentiment will start to become bullish again. But right now, sentiment is still bearish to the downside on AMD. All right, we're in the lower highs, lower lows, and this thing may continue lower high, lower lows. Okay. Yeah, so that's that, guys. Easy peasy, right? Cool. Okay, now let's actually go to the 5 minutes as well real quick. Let's take a look at a couple of things over here as well, and let's, yeah, let me actually pop on my bot as well just to see and show you guys what it did, day trading bot today on AMD. So looking great. Even look at it in the rebounds, we have been getting profitable days right on the intraday bot. And if you need access to my tools, links are in the description below of this video. So looking great. This is the last 30 trades data on the left side. But anyways, okay, so yeah, intraday, tomorrow intraday long, if, yeah, it's the same levels that I talked on the hourly interval, guys, 171 and 25 cents, and then lower we already know the levels I talked about on the hourly interval. Just follow that. All right, okie dokie. That's AMD. I already talked about Nvidia in another video with you guys, and so is QQ and SPY with Tesla. I talked about a little bit. So Micron is another thing. I don't check this video out, guys, in the morning that I did on Micron if you're interested. But this thing is already in my play, and so I provided an update on that. Check that out. Nvidia, let's see what it's doing at least in the post market. Okay, 870, a little bit down. And I'll do another video on ARM actually today. And I talked about this long play that may come on ARM, and we are getting that, so loving that as well. I talked about it over the weekend. Check out my videos. You will learn that this was the long potential I was talking about. Okay, guys, well, that's all for AMD. I want to focus in this video. If you found this video helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.